So we're the Unfinished Blues Band. We used to be called Unfinished Business back when we first met and started playing rock and roll together at Bonnie Eagle High School in the 1980s. That was a long time ago. And now we're making music together again for the first time in 30 years. And we've returned here to the Roost, an old dance hall in rural Maine, to film and record a brand new set of songs. This is where we competed in a battle of the bands in the red-hot summer of 1989. We never did get any further than that competition, so it only feels right to come back here, where it all ended, to start over again and try and finish what we started. After all, we're not done yet.
Met Dean Clegg back at Bonnie Eagle High School. It must have been 1986. And we decided to get together and jam.
We just kept playing without a bass player, without anybody else. We just kept on doing songs, mostly Beatles songs. Probably some Chuck Berry songs and Jerry Lee Lewis.
Tried to put a band together. It ended up just being Dean and I for a couple of years.
And that's where Troy came along.
And Rob knew that I played a little banjo and a little guitar, so one day he asked me if I wanted to play bass in his band, and I said I don't know how to play a bass.
I said, well, you know, I never learned how to dive off a diving board, so could you please, if you would teach me just how to dive off a diving board, I'll show you what I know on bass, and then we can have a band.
And I said I don't have a bass, and he says, well, I'll take you to the music store and you can get one. Bought that on a Wednesday, and we played our first gig together on Saturday.
Sanders Big Lake Festival, I think it was the official name. Played on a flatbed trailer and out in the middle of the park down Johnson Field. We forged on, we played some gigs. We played for about a year and a half maybe as a band, and I was in college. Dean and Troy was still in high school. I felt like we set ourselves apart because we didn't play the songs that a lot of the other bands were playing.
This is the 80s, the mid-80s, late 80s. There's a hair bands and dance music and Madonna and Bon Jovi.
You know, we're playing a lot of the old rock and stuff like that, 50s and 60s and 70s rock.
And I remember one dance we were playing in the Bonnie Eagle High School cafetorium, and I got a blister on my finger from playing the bass. And Rob, I remember this, he had a guitar string and he held a lighter over it to sterilize it, and then he poked my blister with a red hot guitar string. Is there anything more rock and roll than that? I don't think so.
So I guess we'll see you later, maybe somewhere down the road. I'll tell you what I meant to say if you do get home. I think I thought of fun, but now it's gone without a trace.
This is an old bottle club, of course, but at that point on Friday nights they were trying to do chem-free dances for young under 21s. And so they had a battle of the bands. They had a DJ on stage here, and they had a band over there and a band over there, and we each played a few songs.
I remember there were family and friends here cheering us on. It was really fun. It was just a big rush.
It was the most exciting thing that had ever happened to me.
I just was running on pure adrenaline.
And we won the first 2 rounds. When we came back for the final round,
And I really wanted us to win. And I remember being in here in the bathroom. I came in here just before we went on, and I was washing my hands right here, in this very window. I'm looking out. I'm just like praying that we win. That's really all I really wanted. I thought that was like everything. Are you gonna ask me if we won? We didn't win. So, yeah, that was kind of a bummer.
we came in second, which didn't feel like second at the time. It felt like losing.
It was Trooper, I think, that was the name of the band. Some kind of Iron Maiden band. I remember the reaction to us being really, really strong and great. It really felt like we were gonna win. It really did. And when we lost, it was pretty devastating, because it just was one of those things where you're like, we got this, you know? I can feel it. We got it. No. So.
But the band broke up that fall, and we all went our separate ways.
I joined another band. Unfinished Business kind of went on a long hiatus. When I say long, I mean long. It was about 30 years.
Coming back here to the Roost is just bittersweet. It's great. It's not like, oh, take that, you know, we're first place now. It's just so awesome to play in this building.
And it's not really recapturing glory days, because we didn't really have glory days. We came in second, and then we were done. This is more, instead of like reliving glory days, this is more like closing a loop.
And just playing in a place like this that has so many bands for so many years and so many good times and so many people out there dancing and just so many memories.
You know, the whole thing was just good to go back and relive, but also realize how far we've come. But we're all, three of us are still out here doing music, you know, 35 years later.
It's kind of a miracle that we're still musicians, that we're still playing, that we've all stayed in music all these years, and that we're all still healthy and living not too far from each other to do this. We feel incredibly lucky.
I hope that you enjoy this very much as we enjoyed putting it together, because it was really awesome to be back with these guys again.
What's next for the Unfinished Blues Band? I don't know. After we finish this project, hopefully we're going to play a lot more shows, and we're going to see a lot more people on the dance floor, and we're going to maybe someday we'll win the Battle of the Bands. if we ever get to go to another one. So watch out, Trooper. We're coming for your crown.
Now the woman next door, she don't go tired of me. Now the woman next door, she don't go tired of me. Yeah. Now my hat's in my hand, I'm down here on my bended knee. But I'm with a woman next door. All you can do is phone.
Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again. And dial again.
Try dial 0 and try to get me into your home. Try dial 0, try to get me into your home. Try dial 0, try to get me into your home. Yeah. Try dial 0, try to get me into your home. Yeah. Hey, come on home now. With a woman next door, and all you can do is phone.
I'm sorry he's not here. Can I take a message?
I hope it's all right.
Is this the first interview you've ever done in a bathroom?
Yes, it's the first interview I've ever done in a bathroom, but it's not the first interview you've done in a bathroom, right?